Well, hello all. This is the first of a few I'm going to try and do of just being out and about in the countryside, walking about stuff, basically. Not quite sure where to put this at the moment. There you go, that'll do. Essentially, I want to try and promote people to be more open and just talk about whatever is on their mind. And what better way to do that than out in nature? I thought, how best else to talk about and try and encourage people to talk about they're really feeling is to lead by example, really, isn't it? So here we are. I haven't had, I would say, major troubles with my head, my mind and everything. But the older I get, the more it affects me, you know? When I was younger, when I was in my 20s, well, it didn't really bother me that much. The older you get and the more pressures you get, the more life hits you. The more you feel like you should be doing something about it. So it's difficult. Difficult to deal with. You should rely on your loved ones to help you through it, definitely. Your friends, your family, anyone really. I probably first realised that I was struggling with some sort of mental health problem. Probably about 30. Probably was about 30. Just stresses of work. Increased stresses of life. You know, I'd spent a long time around that time pretending like I could deal with it. Brushing it under the carpet. It'll be fine. So you go to a doctor and a doctor looks at you and says, you're not fine. Signs you off of work. And then you realise, oh, okay, maybe there is something going on. We're all allowed to find things difficult. If you do feel like you're under it a bit, under the cosh, you probably are. And that's natural. Just how things go. You might have a very, very difficult job. You might have a job that isn't difficult and still feel that way. You might have stresses of a relationship. You might not have a relationship. It doesn't matter either way. We all feel a bit of stress, a bit of anxiety, a bit of depression. I think the whole COVID thing didn't help either. Because I still, 3 years on, whoever it is, I still can't really talk in a crowd. And I can't, properly socialise with strangers. I can't start conversations, I can't really click on. Even with some friends, to be honest. There are times where I want to stay in all day and just do stuff for me. And then when I finally get that time, do stuff for me, I don't know what to do. And I sit around all day, and then it's 8, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm thinking about going to bed. And the day's wasted. That's what I'm getting at the moment. That's what I've had all my life, really. Well, at least the last 5 years or so. And it's difficult to deal with. I quite like playing games. I craft little key rings out of hammers, out of little hammer beads, perler beads. What else do I do? I like going to the snooker. Have a little knock about on the bays. But when you get that free time sometimes, when it's all you've been wanting, you don't know what to do with it. And that's part of it. That is having a mental health issue. That's when you know there's something going on. And you should probably get help. Because if you do get that help, you'll know what to do next time you get some free time. It's almost like an unwritten rule, I think, in the British countryside. Probably every countryside, but I haven't been to everyone. But when you walk past another walker, just to say hello. Just hey, done. Almost like an unwritten rule thing. And I would usually just do a normal thing, just right? But in keeping with trying to be more open and trying to express myself a bit more and get over things that are shackling me, I'm trying to actually have a smile and say hello. Be like, oh yeah, you're right. Try and be more involved. I know it sounds like a silly little thing, but it's those silly little things that help it. How brilliant that is. Look at the view. Why am I filming on my phone when I've got that to look at? It certainly helps. Right now, Tasha is, she's on holiday in Spain with a friend of hers. And my choices were sit at home on my own for the weekend or go out and do something. So I've gone out and done something. Sort of links into what I said earlier about wanting time to do things, and then when you get the time you don't know what to do. I didn't want to sit at home on my own for a whole weekend not knowing what to do. So I've come out here. That is incredible. Let me flip this around. Absolutely stunning. This isn't going to make you feel any better, then you're just not human. I always hate how, like, men are perceived to be like, oh, everything's fine, I'm all good. That is basically the toxic masculinity of it. Because we ain't. I can guarantee you, we ain't. There's a lot of things going on with us that we don't want to be going on with us, but we don't sort it out. And when we do, we feel a hell of a lot better. I can guarantee you that from experience a few times. Recently got signed off of work with stress. I say recently, it was probably about a year ago now. Didn't know I was particularly stressed or anything. I certainly felt it, but it was Tasha that forced me. My wife Tasha forced me into going to the doctors, and rightfully so. Because apparently I was doing signs in the doctors I didn't know were signs of stress, you know. Just fiddling like that and looking down quite often. And she was describing to me all of the body language that I just used when I came in. And she signed me off for 5 working days with stress on the spot. Like, oh, okay. Gave me some sleeping tablets because I couldn't sleep. They helped a treat. They really did. Got that sleep back, thank God. And it really did help out just stopping, you know. Whether you need to go get some medical assistance and they can tell you to stop. Whether you've got free time and you can just stop yourself. Whether you work and you've got annual leave. Just book some and stop. Not every holiday has to be out in the sun, you know, doing stuff. Not every holiday has to be like a booze-filled thing. Sometimes, like what I've done here, you just take 1, 2, 3 nights, whatever, in a hotel somewhere in the country, little B&B, little Airbnb, whatever you want to do, and just chill, just relax, just enjoy yourself. You don't have to do 5 or 6 walks like I'm doing. You don't have to do that. But sometimes you just got to be good to yourself in various ways. And this is one of those ways. For anyone outside the UK, if you ever come to the UK, go get some British pub grub. Oh, some of the best food you've ever had. Juicy steak, thick cut chips, sorry, fries, but they are chips. Triple cooked, all crispy in the outside and fluffy in the middle. Oh yeah. Can you tell I've been on a diet? It's just endless view after endless view here. This entire valley. I mean, it just doesn't stop. It's just insane. I'm going to wrap this first sort of little video up here, of me walking and talking. And I'm pretty much just going to say, if you haven't got any mental health problems, that's good, brilliant, well done. If you think you might, but you pretend that you don't, you do. Go and get it sorted. Do something about it, whether it's professional help or taking time out for yourself, see? Because it helps. That's the bottom line of this video. Doesn't matter how little or how large that thing is. Could be that you got a relative recently passed away and you can't deal with it very well. It could be that you can't afford a video game or something and it's getting you down. Whatever is getting you down, whatever it is, do something about it. Don't just sit and fester. My kind of therapy, being out here, enjoying this countryside. So this is where I'll end this video. And I'm going to carry on the rest of the walk. I think I've got a long way to go, but I'm going to crack on with it.